So here we've got a wide grip lat pull down. So the clue's in the name. We're going to be looking to work the lat, which is this big muscle on your back here, starts up here, finishes down here. And what we're aiming to do is to try and make it as small as possible. So we want to be seated so that our chest is directly under the cable, so get yourself in, Tom. Core's going to be switched on. We're going to have a slight lean back in the top of the spine, but not in the bottom. So we don't want you leaning back like this, because then it becomes a row, and we don't want that. We've got a lat pull down, so we're nice and upright with slight extension in the top of your spine here. So Tom's going to grab this nice and wide. So what we want to do is, we don't want the shoulder blades to be lifting up. So we're going to have a slight bend in there, and Tom's just set his shoulder blades back, so you can switch them off for me, Tom. So yeah, so this is high, bring them down, and that's where we want them to stay, yeah? So we want these shoulder blades back and down like they're in your back pocket. Now when Tom brings this down, rather than thinking about pulling the weight down to his face, he's going to think about making his elbows go around in a nice big circle and coming down to the bottom of the seat here, so underneath where he's sat. So he's going to get really low, he's going to squeeze at the bottom, and then the bar is going to come down just below his chin. We don't need to get it all the way down to the chest. We're not really bothered where this goes. What we're worried about is keeping tension in these lats here. So Tom, if you do a few reps, think about pulling it round and down for me, squeeze at the bottom, and then on the way out, he's going to think about making his lats as big as possible and pushing his elbows out, and then he's going to raise it up just to there, because we don't want these shoulder blades lifting up anymore, and we want the tension to stay in these lats here. So just knock a few reps out for us, Tom, here. Nice down squeeze, big circle, out and round on the way up, and we've got this tension in here. Good. Keep it down, squeeze there, go, we've got all this tension in these lats, nice, out and round on the way up. So on the way up, we're trying to make these as big as possible. We're going to keep these shoulder blades back and down. We don't want them to lift up. Just show us what they look like when they lift up, Tom. So we don't want this. Traps want to stay nice and soft, so set these again for me. So these are down, these are staying switched off, so these aren't engaged, so there shouldn't be any tension through these. It's all in here, elbows out and round, down, squeeze at the bottom, good, and then on the way up to the top, just to there, so that we're keeping our lats engaged. Let go there, mate. So a couple of things, make sure that the cable is directly above your chest, slight extension in your spine so you've got a bit of thoracic mobility. We don't want to be leaning back like this and pulling the weight in, and we're thinking about making our elbows go out and round in a big circle, and on the way back up, our elbows coming out and round like that to keep the tension on our lats. And we don't want our shoulder blades moving, they're going to stay back and down like this, not coming up like this. And that is a wide grip lat cable pull down.